It's funny how time flies. I was digging through some old stuff the other day and stumbled upon my very first laptop, the one I used more than 14 years ago. The moment I saw it, a wave of nostalgia hit me. I remembered the night staying up playing tiny flash games, the sound of the fan spinning like a jet engine, and that one sticky key that somehow never worked right. But then I thought, what if I actually turn it back on? What if I try to upgrade this ancient thing and see if it can still run anything today? It sounds ridiculous, but also kind of exciting. So in this video, I'm bringing my first laptop back to life to see whether it still has a spark left after all these years. Let's power it on and maybe relive a little piece of the past. To make this upgrade a little more meaningful, let me tell you the story behind it. Most of you probably don't know this, but after my old PC finally gave up, I got my very first laptop, a gift from my parents when I was still in college. Back then, I could barely finish assignments on that old PC, let alone play games. I never had the courage to ask for a new one because I thought laptops were too expensive. But one day my parents surprised me with one anyway. I guess they didn't know all laptops aren't built the same. Because this one, well, let's just say it struggled to survive opening Chrome. Still, I loved it. I didn't want to disappoint them. The underpowered laptop ended up teaching me patience and curiosity. I started learning about tech just trying to make it run better. I learned how to edit videos, watched countless gaming channels, and dreamed about one day building a real gaming setup of my own. To really understand what I'm working with here, let's take a closer look at the specs and see if there's anything we can actually upgrade to make this thing remotely playable. First off, it took me a full minute just to boot into Windows. That's already a bad sign. So what I've got here is a Dell Latitude E5420, the true definition of a vintage office warrior. Inside, there's an Intel i3-2030M from the Sandy Bridge era, 2 cores, 2 threads, modest clock speeds, but still enough for Word and light web browsing. When I double-checked, I realized the CPU actually has 2 cores and 4 threads, not just 2 threads like the software was showing. It's paired with 4 GB of DDR, 3 RAM at 1333 MHz, which in today's world where Chrome devours memory like a monster, is barely hanging on. The 320 GB HDD spins like a tiny jet engine, giving that classic retro delay every time you open something. The 14-inch HD LED screen 1366 by 768 pixel feels like a time capsule. Low resolution by modern standards, but at least the text is big and easy to read. And the 6-cell battery? If it's still alive, it'll last maybe 2 or 3 hours, perfect for a short vintage cafe work session before you're hunting for a charger. I've got a few upgrades lined up for this old beast, and I'll show you exactly what they are in a moment. But first, let's take off the back cover and see what's inside. Honestly, after 14 years without a proper cleaning, I was expecting